Hello, this is training lab number 3. Here we will continue our discussion about Cisco Wireless Network. In this lab, we'll configure access point to GEN wireless controller manually. We'll remove the Cisco DHCP settings we have configured in the previous labs. Number 2, we'll factory reset the access point by powering it off and pressing the button named mode in the back of the access point and power it on and wait until the LED indicator be stable and release our finger from the button mode. This will erase all data. So this is the way how to factory reset it. And now our network is ready to put it manually. To write these commands, you have to enable mode. Any access point after you reset it to factory default, the username and password is Cisco with capital C. It's case sensitive. So we'll enable mode to go into enable mode and write the password Cisco, and this is the access points. Put the IP address of the access point. It should be in the same VLAN as we discussed in the previous videos, and the IP default gateway and the controller IP address. So here no need for option 43 because we directly put this IP address or the IP address of the controller to the access point, and the host name is optional. Okay, now I'll first of all remove the DHCP pool which I created in the last lab to distribute option 43 to the clients. So now I'll do show. This is the pool we working on, IP DHCP pool VLAN 18. This is the option 43. So what I'm gonna do is no IP DHCP pool VLAN 18. So now it's not exist. So access point, let me check. It was here, it was working. Now it shouldn't be connected. Let me refresh. I should disable the port and shut down and shut. It's now turn it off. No, shut. Let me see it will keep the settings or not, because now there is no any DHCP server producing the IP settings to the access point. So if it worked, so it remains or keeps the configuration inside it. That is the console. I'm connected as a console to the access point via console cable. Let's see what's happening here. It's loading. Not joined. couldn't discover wireless controller using DHCP IP. That's what renewing DHCP IP, that's the case we're searching for. Good. So let's try to log in. Cisco, password, Cisco, capital C, enable, Cisco, show run, not show run, show IP interface brief. Here it didn't take any IP address, so here it's not connected. Not joined. It attempted to do it now, so let's apply these settings. First, let me try to reset it, factory reset it. I'll now shut it down. I'll shut the power because it's power over Ethernet. Shut. Now it's off. As you can see, it's not responding. So I'll press the button named mode in the back of the access point. It's beside the console port directly. So I'm now pressing on it, and I'll now shut. No, shut. Okay. Now this is our MAC address, DAA2. Button is pressed. Wait for button to be released. Now release your hand. I released it. So now it's going to boot for default factory settings. Okay, if you're not connected via console cable, when you release your hand, when the LED indicator be stable. For my case, it's stable on the red color. It's now flashing the green color. Now it should send a discovery DHCP message to discover any DHCP, but I don't have any DHCP server now. So now we are in app. This is commands available here. Alright, boot. It will boot now to apply this configuration. Finish. The basic username and password, which is Cisco. Just trying to get the DHCP settings. Cisco, capital C, Cisco. Now we are in enable mode. Password Cisco. Good. Now try to put these settings. You should configure domain IDM server. Okay. Sending join requested to 10.10.18.2. شكله join. I noted that once I give these access point this IP address, it's new IP address other than the previous one, which was taken by the HCP. So now, once I give it this IP address, I didn't give any indicator for the controller. I noted here a message here. Cab web connection request sent per IP 10.10.18.5, which is our controller, and it loads the configuration and sync it with him, and it appeared here as a connected wireless device. It is joined, access point joined. I refreshed it, so here is it's lag here, but it's here is connected. Let me do detail. This is it, and I'll try to new clients, or there is a client here, my client. I'm now connected and the browsing. Let me clear it now, refresh. Yes, I'm connected. Connecting. I'll connect to Wi-Fi 1. Yes, I'm now connected. Make it refresh. That's it. Wi-Fi 1, and get the new IP address. I'll connect the other one again. New RC Wi-Fi. Connecting. Now let me refresh it. Yes, but I didn't get IP address. This IP address, maybe it's registered, but my mobile didn't get any IP address because there is no DHCP settings. What I wanted to check now, how the access point discovered this controller. We didn't do any command to discover it, only we give it its IP address. So what I'm going to do now is to change the controller's IP address. Okay, let's try. Go to interface, management IP address, make it 3. Okay, let's apply. Okay, save configuration. Okay, so we have two conditions now. If the access point, I'll make a reset to the access point and give it the IP address in the same VLAN. If it discovered the controller, so this action happened by broadcasting a message to all the VLAN to discover wireless controller. And once the wireless controller receives this request, he will apply and the connection happen. If it doesn't happen, so this means that the access point keep or remains the controllers it was joined to in here configuration even after factory reset it. So we will see. Now the controller is not accessible. I'll put here 3. Okay. Yes. Okay, now this is our controller with new IP address, same as here. So let me go to monitoring. I wonder, okay, joined, it's joined. Okay, I'll reset it. Shut. Okay, now it's shut down now, the access point. So I'll change the controller again. I'll make it, for example, management. I'll make it 4. So access point now don't even know or connect it to it or anything. Okay. apply, yes. Save configuration, yes. Now we changed the IP address of the controller. I'll factory reset the access point by pressing the move button and no shut to power it on. Let me here first go to this, make it 4. Yes. Admin. Great. Okay. No access point here. I'm shutting it off. Fresh. No access point. No clients. Okay. Good. Now I am power on the access point and pressing the mode button. Okay, release. Now after reloading, I'll go to boot. It will boot. I'll pause the video and continue after it finish. Now we will go to enable mode. Username Cisco. I'm seeing here messages from access point. Enable Cisco show IP interface brief. Doesn't have any IP address. These messages. It's not our access point. Good. Okay. So again, no IP address. CTV disable initiation number. Okay. Good. DHCP in New York couldn't discover wireless controller using the DHCP IP. Renew the DHCP. It's attempt to renew the DHCP. I'll wait to see what will happen. Same situation. Good. Now I'll use this IP address, this command. I changed the IP address to 40. So web. Yes. Okay. Enter. Yes, take it. Now IP3 source. Good. He discovers the controller itself. So if the controller and the access point are in the same VLAN, no need to build the controller IP address. It will discover it through the communication, the broadcast, multicast. So it will be done automatically. Here, it will be joined now. Good. I'll pause the video now and continue once the access point joined. So now it's booted. Username Cisco. So IP address 40. I'm here. It is joined. Go to monitor. Statistics. Join. This one joined. DA2. IP address 40. Great. So what happened? What happened in this? The relationship between wireless controller and its access points. It's here layer 3 lightweight access point protocol wireless controller discovery algorithm. Here, once the access point is powered up, it requests DHCP. DHCP, if it's available, it will reply by the offer and get the IP address. Now, what will happen if the DHCP server didn't provide it here with option 43? It will send a broadcast message requesting wireless controller to all the VLAN. Once any wireless controller receives this request, he will reply by unicast message with the settings and that he approves the connection. And here's the details from Cisco community. The lightweight access points use layer 3 discovery algorithm if the layer 2 discovery method is not supported or if the layer 2 discovery method failed. The layer 3 discovery algorithm uses different options in order to attempt to discover wireless controllers. Layer 3 lightweight access point protocol. This is the protocol which send and receive between the wireless controller and the access point. This lightweight access point protocol wireless controller discovery algorithm is used to build controller list, assuming there is many wireless controller in this network. After the controller list is built, the access point select a wireless controller and attempts to join the wireless controller. The lightweight access point protocol layer 3 wireless discovery algorithm repeats until at least one wireless controller is found and joined. After the lightweight access point, the access point gets its own IP address from a DHCP server. The access point begins the discovery process. The access point broadcasts layer 3 lightweight access point protocol discovery message to local IP subnet, which is the VLAN which it's assigned to. Any wireless controller that that's configured for layer 3 lightweight access point protocol mode and that is connected to the same local subnet receives the request the discovery message. Each wireless controller that receives the lightweight access point protocol discovery message reply with the unicast lightweight access point protocol discovery response message to the access point and the connection established. That's what happened in our lab today. So I factory reset the access point. I give it the IP address manually instead of using DHCP through the command, this command. Once I give it this command, so it's in VLAN 18 by default related to this IP address and this subnet mask. It sends a broadcast message to all the network 10.10.18.0. If any wireless access controller exists in this subnet, it will respond, and that's what happened. And now our access point is joined here without using option 43, without using the command which in the access point manually to direct it to wireless controller. Good to know this information. Okay, now let's try to put the access point in a different VLAN. So it's now in VLAN 18. I'll create VLAN 22, name test 22. exit, interface, VLAN 22, IP address 10.10.22.1, no shutdown. I will not make any configuration for the DHCP settings, so now I'll go to the switch in front of the access point. I'll do show run. It's this interface 013, so no switch port access VLAN 18 and all switch port access VLAN 22. Okay, I'll shut it down now. No shut. I'm waiting for console. It's now up. Enable. Enable HTTP. Yes. Good. Let me check here. Joined, not joined. Good. Because now it's in a different subnetwork. So now return to this configure it menu. So I'll use these commands. We already used this one. So I'll put the default gateway first, but now it's in a different VLAN, so we'll make these 22. Yes, and the IP default gateway also 22, and the controller the same. Okay, Control C, Conf T. Good. So now he will try to send a broadcast message to discover wireless controller in the new subnet. Let me show IP interface brief. It's 10.10.10 exactly. Good. And this command for the default gateway. Good. I want to wait a little bit to see the message. Couldn't resolve. It's not this. So going to join. Oh, it discovered it. I discovered it successfully. Let me check here. Yes, joined. So I think here, I don't know. So our situation now, I changed the VLAN of the access point. Let me try to reach it now via the mobile, but there is no DHCP settings. again. It's connected. Yeah, but with all the credential because new. Okay. Begin. Send the first thing. Okay. Conf T IB DHCP pool 22. Yeah. VLAN. Need to work. 10.10.10. Default route 10.10.1 DNS yes. Good. I'll disconnect and connect from my mobile telephone to see it will get the IP address or not. Connecting. Till now it didn't get the IP address, although the configuration here is accurate. And here show VLAN 22 contain the port, but till now it appears with the old IP address. So what is the problem? Here this is SSID which are working. Oh, it's an interface management which VLAN 18. So we have to configure new interface here with the new 22 VLAN interface. Yes. VLAN 22 interface. VLAN ID 22. Apply. I have to choose port number 1. This is VLAN identifier. Okay, port number 1. IP address 10.10.22.3. Yes. Net mask .0. Gateway 10.10.22.1. 10.10.22.1. Okay. Apply. Yes. Good. Save configuration. Okay. Let's make sure this time it's okay. Choose these. Apply. Yes. Save configuration. Okay. Good. Back. Now I'm trying to connect from my telephone. It's monitor. It's connecting. Let's refresh. Yes, finally. This is network. Good. Here the IP address of the controller is VLAN 22 and this is the default gateway. Here he's trying to discover it itself. So here maybe some explanation about the discovery algorithm between wireless control and access point. Here, they said Cisco said that layer 2 discovery, it's not supported no more. It's the old versions. Now, layer 3, we already discussed it. Number 4, this one. Previously, learned wireless controller. In this situation, this is our case. So again, I'll make some change. I will change IP address of wireless controller, this one. So it's new. First, I'll shut down the access point. Good. Switch. 50 space giga 1/0. Shut. It's now shut down. I'll create new VLAN, put the access point to it, and reconfigure all from the beginning. First, I'll change the controller here from controller, interface, management. I'll let it in the management, but put these 4, 5. No, 6. 6 is good. Yes. And apply. Okay. Save. Yes, already is working. So go to 6. Yes, update CD. Okay. Now what we are going to do, enable it again, shut, no shut it. Okay, shut, no shut. Let me see, you will discover it or not. Now the situation is new IP address for the controller. It's in a different VLAN. It's not previously learned. So this condition is not layer 2. It's not layer 3 even. I don't know what this till now. Previously learned wireless control is not happening. I didn't configure any DHCP pool which distribute option 43 and 60. So it shouldn't discover these access point at all. Now, no access point, good. Not join, I'll clear it. Let's boot it up. Let me check the IP address and settings. Enable. Yes. Show IP interface brief. This is the theme subnet. Good. Show run. Good. This is the IP address of BVI1 IP address. Good. Default gateway. Good. I didn't configure any controller. Good. Now it's trying to connect to control. Now it's good. It's going in the good direction. I want to refresh. No clients. So this is fantastic. Now I have to put the IP address of the controller to the access point to join it. Good. So the problem was that the previously learned MAC address, it's keep inside the access point. Whether you change it the VLAN of the access point, if I change it the VLAN of the access point and the change the interface and so on, it keeps the IP address inside it of the wireless controller. Good. Now let's do the magic. Now I'll point this access point to the controller via this command, but now our controller's IP address is 5, I think, 6, 18.6, 18.6, 666, 18. Good. Copy till now. No access point. Yes. Go search for him. Access point will search or connected to this IP address through the default gateway IP address, which is 10.10.20.1. Great. Couldn't join. Yes. Joined. He resolved it. Let me check here. Yes. It's now very clear. Join. So we applied all the means of these discovery mechanism. Clients. I don't have client till now. Good. Let me try to connect now. Connected. Fresh. Here it is. It's huge lab today. That's very interesting. So now if you want to put the wireless controller in a network, in a VLAN, and the access point in another VLAN, you have to provide the IP address of the controller to the access point, whether with option 43 via Cisco server or option 43 via DHCP Windows Microsoft. I'll configure it in the next video inshallah, or you can write it manually as we did